Hi, it's Miss Pinion. That was super loud. I'm sorry. Okay, so today we're starting book reading sprints, and I'm super excited about them. So for our reading sprints, anytime we do them, you're gonna need your workbook and you're gonna need your book. So if you look on the inside cover of your workbook, I'm just gonna read this little blurb about book sprints. Whoop! I was attacked by the workbook. This little blurb about reading sprints, but it just says reading is a skill that you have to practice. When we can, we will practice our reading with reading sprints. For 10 minutes, we will read with no distractions. That's the key part. And record how many pages we read in those 10 minutes. If you are reading so quickly you have no idea what's going on, you are reading too quickly. So if you're doing a reading sprint and you're reading like this and the pages are moving like this, that's too fast. You gotta slow down. But it says, remember, this is not about who reads the fastest. It is about you reading faster than you did at the beginning of English 1. So there are lots of skills in life that we know we have to practice. Like, if I sign up for a marathon, I'm never going to sign up for a marathon. But if I did, I would practice for it and I would train for it because I know I'm not going to get faster if I don't practice it. Same thing for swimming or for playing an instrument or for I don't know. I didn't play a lot of sports in high school, I'm going to be honest. But I'm sure that there are lots of examples that you can think of. If you want to get better at something, you have to practice it and you have to keep doing it. But I think a lot of us know that we need to get better at reading, but we don't want to actually read. So, reading sprints is something that we're going to do as an English class just to try and help you increase your reading stamina. So, how long can you read and increase your reading comprehension? Are you understanding what you're reading? And increase your reading speed. How fast are you reading? Now, to be honest, I don't really care how fast you're reading. I'm not trying to find out who is the fastest reader. It's not a big deal to me. What is a big deal to me is figuring out where you're at. I just hit the computer and the whole thing shook. I do apologize. But what's important to me is figuring out where you're at with your reading, and then helping you to become a better reader. And so that's what we're going to do. So anytime we have a reading log, or a reading sprints, anytime we do reading sprints, you will use page 1 of your notebook. It says reading sprints log. Sorry, it's mirrored. I was trying to do it. Reading sprints log. And you can see that it's a calendar. So like today is the 22nd, and we're going to start reading sprints today. So what a reading sprint is it is just a 10-minute timer. You set a 10-minute timer. I've put a 10-minute timer video in this assignment, but you could also just use the timer on your phone. I use that all the time. You set a timer for 10 minutes, and then you just read. You don't listen to music. You don't talk to your friend. You don't read and also eat. You don't read and try to watch TikToks. You just read for 10 minutes. I don't know how you feel about reading, but you can read for 10 minutes. It's not that long. But before you start, you need to have some sort of bookmark. Nothing fancy. I use a Post-it note. So you find your place in the book. Like let's say I'm on page 27, and you stick your you stick your bookmark there, and then you read for 10 minutes. This is me pretending to read. Then your timer goes off, ding ding ding, and you say, okay, I started at page 26. And now I'm on page 35. That's 9 pages. And so on this first line, right there, you just write 9 pages. You probably don't even have to write pages as long as you know what it is. And so I want you to do that, and I'll tell you how many reading sprints to do. So like if I say 3 reading sprints, I want you to set that timer 3 times. 10 minutes, stop, stretch, go get a drink. 10 minutes again, stop, stretch, maybe go watch a video or something. You can take a break. You don't have to do them all at once. And then stop and do your 10 minutes again, and then just write it down. If you would like, this column right here, you can use to total your pages for the week. Like when we start doing these, like next week we're going to do a couple throughout the week. So you can write your total here and just see how many pages you're reading. Now the goal is like, today's the 22nd. I did my first reading sprint ever, and I read 9 pages. Hopefully, by the time we get to like the 19th, you'll be able to see, hey, I started out at 9 pages, and now I'm reading 10 pages, or 11 pages, or 12 pages, however many. And then to submit, so you're going to finish your reading sprints. You've written it down. The first one you read 9 pages. The next one you read 10 pages. And the next one, there were just a lot of words, and you read 7 pages. You write that down. Can you see that? You write that down, and then you take a picture of this square. It does not have to be the whole page. I just need to see the date, the 22nd, and your totals, and then you just submit that for your assignment. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm really excited about reading sprints, and I think that they're going to really help you. Reading is an important skill, not just for my class, but for literally every class that you're going to take ever, whether it's at high school or if you decide to go to a community college, or if you decide to go to Oxford, or if you decide to just, you know what, get a job, you're going to have to read stuff there. So hopefully reading will help you. Let me know if you have any questions. See you soon.